From 5 News, I'm meteorologist Stephen Elmore. This is your 5+ extended forecast. It's warmer today, a little bit more muggy as well, starting to build in that humidity because we've got a lot of that warm, moist air coming up from the Gulf, all due to tropical storm Francine right now. Again, that's churning in the Gulf. It is expected to reach that hurricane level and make its landfall across the Louisiana coast. But as it tracks its way up northward, by the time we get to Thursday, we are going to have the potential of seeing some scattered showers here at home. Further out towards the east, though, along the Mississippi River, that's going to have the highest chances of some of that heavier rainfall. We're really just expecting some cooler temperatures and a little bit extra cloud coverage. It's going to be warming up by the time we get into this upcoming weekend. Important to remember that this past weekend we had that cold front, temperatures only topping out into those mid to upper 70s. This weekend will be into those mid to upper 80s and some low 90s even by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. Here's a look at what we're expecting for morning temperatures heading into Wednesday morning. The past several days, we've been starting off with those temperatures even into those upper 40s and low 50s. You might have needed that light jacket over the past couple of days. Tomorrow is when things really start to change. We're going to be starting to see more of that humidity build in. Those winds start to come up from the south. Tomorrow morning, temperatures starting off into those upper 50s and low 60s across northwest Arkansas, those low to mid 60s across the river valley. Definitely a significant warm up when it comes to the morning hours. Our daytime highs going to get a little bit warmer as well. Here's a look at those daytime highs for the hump day for tomorrow. Temperatures warming back up into those upper 80s across northwest Arkansas. 87 for Fayetteville, 87 in Tawnytown, 87 in Bentonville, 87 there in Pea Ridge, 85 out to Eureka Springs, 86 in Green Forest, 85 in Huntsville, 84 in Hinesville, 83 in West Fork, and 84 there in Lincoln. Again, it'll be a little bit warmer. Pretty much tomorrow is going to be our last warm day for at least one day, because remember, by the time we get to Thursday, that's when the impacts of Francine are going to come in, and it's going to provide some relief only for our Thursday. Across the river valley heading into tomorrow, temperature is going to be a little bit warmer. Probably the warmest we'll see this work week. Of course, will be much warmer by the time we get to the weekend. Temperatures across the river valley tomorrow topping out into those upper 80s. More than likely, we'll see some low 90s out there as well. 89 in Fort Smith and in Van Buren, 86 in Mulberry, 84 in Oark, 86 in Ozark, 88 in Hartman, 88 in Clarksville, 89 there in Paris, 87 in Waldron, 84 down to Heavener, 88 in Poto, and 88 out to Salisaw. So it's going to be a warmer day than what it's been like the past couple of days. Again, good news is we're going to get a little bit of relief by the time we get to Thursday due to Francine. So again, Francine comes in, expected to make landfall sometime Wednesday in Louisiana, and it's going to track up towards the north along the Mississippi River. The Delta is going to see a lot of that heavier rainfall here at home, maybe a scattered shower or two for our Thursday, and then we'll hang on to some low chances of a pop-up shower as we get into the end of the week and into this upcoming weekend, mainly due to the extra cloud coverage provided by Francine, but also we could see a few of those scattered showers stray away from the main system, and that could also provide some of those rain chances as well. Overall, very, very low chances, and it's really not going to affect our temperatures outside of Thursday. Once we get into Friday and the weekend, temperatures are already recovering back to those summer levels. So right now, it's in the Gulf, expected to grow into that Category 1 or 2 hurricane by the time we get to Wednesday. And then here's the track as it makes its way up the Mississippi River by the time we get to Thursday evening into Friday. A lot of eastern Arkansas expected to see some very heavy rainfall. The good news is that we are expecting it to weaken significantly. It usually happens after it makes its landfall. It should be a depression by the time we get into eastern Arkansas. And we're going to avoid the zones of any tornadic activity. All the tornadic activity is typically on the far eastern side of that tropical system. So places like Mississippi, Alabama, up to Tennessee could have some issues by the time we get to Wednesday into Thursday, maybe even into Friday morning. We're really just going to see a lot of the heavier rainfall across the Delta into northeastern Arkansas as well. Back here at home, some extra cloud coverage, maybe a stray shower is all we should expect. Here's a look at the potential track. This is kind of the spaghetti of all the models that are projecting right now now. It's expected to really stay right along the river almost by the time it comes up through Louisiana and into eastern Arkansas. And then we're going to be seeing it kind of start to die out by the time we get into southeastern Missouri, into the Memphis area. That's where we could see that really start to slow down, just producing some of that heavier rainfall by the time we get to Thursday night into Friday morning. Here's a look at what we can expect for those impacts with Francine in the state. Again, really eastern Arkansas, Mississippi River is going to have the greatest chances of seeing those highest rainfall totals. Across central Arkansas, I think we could see anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rainfall. Eastern Arkansas, and that's that higher zone where we could see about 3 to 5 inches of rainfall. These tracks can move. They can move either further towards the west or further off towards the east, and that'll make a big difference in our forecast. So stay up to date with us as we give you those latest updates on what the current estimated track is supposed to be. Here's a look at one of our models, our in-house models, that shows what rainfall that we could see. Could see a few of those scattered showers, very low chance Wednesday. Really Thursday is our best chance at all to see any rainfall, but at least this model hinting that rain stays well off towards the east. Our best chance is maybe a stray shower or two. Definitely going to see some extra cloud coverage, is why we have cooler temperatures as well for only on Thursday. So low chances for a scattered shower. Really the best chances you have is going to be further east you live. Johnson, Logan, Scott County definitely has the best chances of seeing any of that rain coming up from the Gulf. Here's a look at those estimated rain totals. Really everybody staying well below an inch. I think the highest total that we could see is anywhere between 1/10 up to 1/4 of an inch, especially the further east you live. The good news is that while it's warming up for Wednesday, we significantly get cooler for Thursday due to the extra cloud coverage. So it's going to be one of those comfortable days once again. Highs only going to be into those upper 70s and low 80s. Unfortunately, we're going to see those temperatures quickly recover heading into this upcoming weekend. Again, we talked about the jump that we had from this past weekend to this upcoming weekend. This past weekend, temperatures only into those mid to upper 70s. It felt amazing outside, but if you miss summer, well, that's coming back this weekend. Going to feel like we're in those upper 80s across northwest Arkansas, across the River Valley. More than likely, we're going to see those low 90s once again. That humidity is going to build back as well, so we even could be talking about the heat index being just a few degrees warmer than what our actual temperature is. So if you enjoy the cooler air, it's been nice outside. Thursday's your day this weekend. If you didn't close down your pool just yet, it might be a good time to use it before you close it up for the year. Morning temperatures over the next couple of days, really into those upper 50s, low 60s throughout the rest of this work week and even into the weekend. We're starting off into those mid to upper 60s. Could see some low 70s across the River Valley heading into early next week. Here's a look at our temperature trend. Again, we're going to see some cooler air coming up from the Gulf associated with Francine. That's going to provide some relief for at least one day, and then that heat really starts to move back in by the time we get to Friday into this upcoming weekend, with temperatures making their return back up into the upper 80s and low 90s. You can kind of see that on the Climate Prediction Center's map, showing that above average temperatures are back across the central United States. We had that false fall last weekend. Now start to see those temperatures warm right back up to close to summer levels by the time we get to this weekend. It's making it feel like summer. Here's a quick note for you. Naturals last week at home for the season. If you haven't gone out to a game just yet, tonight not a bad night to do so. Really, the rest of this week, not too bad of a forecast. Temperatures this evening, if you plan on going out, first pitch is at 7:05 p.m. Temperatures should be into those low to mid 80s by the time we get to first pitch. By the time we get to the rest of the evening, dropping down into those upper 60s and low 70s. Clear skies the rest of the night. And of course, later this week into the weekend, the Hogs are finally back in Razorback Stadium. Kickoff right now, temperatures should be into those mid to upper 80s. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable outside compared to what it was last weekend. Good news is we're going to be seeing plenty of sunshine. It's going to be great football weather at Razorback Stadium this weekend as the Hogs take on UAB. 10-day forecast for you in northwest Arkansas. Again, we kind of got a mix of people who enjoy the cooler air and people who missed summer as well. Thursday, we're going to get whatever we get from Francine coming up from the Gulf. Right now, it looks like we're going to see just some excessive cloud coverage moving back in, but also a stray shower can't be ruled out as well. We recover very quickly heading into the weekend. Temperatures back up into those upper 80s, could see a low 90 as well across northwest Arkansas, and we have some very low rain chances, maybe a spotty shower or two. I'm not expecting much in the way of any large impacts with those low rain chances. If anything, it's just going to help keep temperatures pretty mild this weekend due to the extra cloud coverage. Across the River Valley, temperatures back up close to the 90s for tomorrow. We'll more than likely see a lot of those upper 80s, could see a low 90 or 2. Extra cloud coverage moves in for Thursday, and we could see a stray shower, especially further east you live. Johnson, Logan, Scott County says the best chances of seeing any of those remnants from Francine. We recover heading into the weekend, even though we hang on to some cloud coverage. Temperatures back up into those low 90s. We're going to build back some humidity as well, and early chances right now, early signs showing that that heat's going to last into early next week. Temperatures hovering right around those upper 80s and low 90s. So it was beautiful this past weekend. We had much cooler air. Temperatures were only into those mid to upper 70s. Now we're snapping right back into what summer should feel like this time of year. First day of fall is coming in just a few short weeks. From 5 News, I'm meteorologist Stephen Elmore. That's your 5+ extended forecast.